Hi, I'm Paul Galini, Executive Vice President and co-founder of Empire Communities. And today I attended the Land Development Conference, and I must say that once again, this conference really brought together some of the great minds and thought leaders in our industry to talk about and discuss some of the challenges that we face as an industry. And once again, we were challenged with how do we bring together the industry, the consumers, and government to really create more of a working environment to get rid of red tape and provide Toronto with a better approach to land development, to both residential, ICI, residential, commercial planning, and really build the city as it should be. Well, I'm hearing from many of my colleagues today that the sessions were very informative, and really we were looking at many of the same challenges that were discussed and were brought up last year, but obviously the marketplace is always becoming more complex, and we're taking a different approach to risk. Every year we get closer to the eventual increase in interest rates, and that was a hot topic at the beginning of the day as well as at the closing final plenary session, where we talked about what the effects, the eventual effects of an interest rate increase would have on our respective business, whether we're developing residential, commercial, retail. It definitely is a hot topic today. I think one of the highlights today was the session where we brought in some of the young developers, the new generation, where they were really talking about what keeps them up at night and their approach and their perspective and insights on this great industry in the GTA. And I think it was helpful both for the veterans in the room, but also for the younger generation of developers and planners and all the stakeholders in the industry to get that sort of feedback and first-hand insights from that generation of stakeholders. Definitely optimism in the room. We are still looking at the same forecasts with respect to demographic growth and population growth. We know that the GTA is growing. We know that the GGH, the Greater Golden Horseshoe, is growing, and now it's just a matter of figuring out how do we get the proper planning in place and the proper sort of approach to development, which will, with the political will, of course, which will allow us to properly build the city. Well, I think in the next couple of years, we're keeping a close eye on interest rates. We're definitely looking at land supply as it affects the low-rise market, as well as the high-rise market. The ultimate question with respect to how many more cranes we can put in the sky really is not the right question to ask, we found out today. The right question is, are we building what people want? And are we building the right housing for the growth that we're going to see in the next 20 years? There's definitely hope. There's always hope. And as I was discussing with some of our colleagues today, we still live in one of the best countries in the world, and definitely in one of the best regions in the world. Apart from the risks that we always look at in terms of interest rates and land supply, we definitely live in an area in North America where we still have great potential when it comes to population growth. We know that people are moving to the region for jobs and for homes, and it's still very promising for our industry and for the citizens of the Greater Toronto Area as well.